Winning is the most important thing in my life, next to breathing. Winning first, then breathing. July 4th, 1930 was a very special day. That was the day that George Michael Steinbrenner III was born in Rocky River, Ohio. Instead of getting paid money for his allowance, George Steinbrenner was paid in chickens, and then he used those eggs to sell them door to door. George Steinbrenner was a track and field star in college.
On your mark, get set.
George Steinbrenner was also part of the Air Force.
He was a basketball coach at a high school in Columbus.
Go to the hole, go to the hole! Nice.
He was an assistant football coach.
Throw it, throw it, throw it, throw it!
He bought the Cleveland Pipers for $125,000. He then lost $25 million on them.
Hi, my name is George Steinbrenner. I would like to buy the Indians.
Excuse me?
I would like to buy the Indians.
How much?
$8.6 million.
No.
Why not?
No, not selling it.
Why? I'm a local guy. I'll do great things with the team.
No, I'm not selling it.
Why?
I'm just not selling it.
Why?
Not interested.
Do you need more money? Is that the issue?
I'm not interested.
Not interested?
No.
All right. I guess I'll take my talent somewhere else. It was a pleasure.
Always.
Hello, my name is George Steinbrenner.
Hi, my name is Jacob.
Hi, nice to meet you. I was wondering if the Yankees were up for sale.
Yeah, how much you want to buy them for?
I'll offer $10 million.
Okay, that's a deal.
All right.
Good doing business with you, sir.
Same to you.
George also signed big lefty CC Sabathia.
Steinbrenner also bought A-Rod, who was one of the league leaders in home runs for multiple years. And it was because of all these people that the Yankees won many world championships. George Steinbrenner hired Billy Martin. You're hired. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. Billy Martin was later fired. You're fired!
What?
Get out of here! Billy Martin was then hired a second time. I'm sorry. I've reconsidered and we'd like you back on the team.
I appreciate it, sir.
No problem. And for the second time, Billy Martin was fired. You're fired!
Again?
Yeah! And as they say, third time's the charm, so Billy Martin was hired again. We'd like you back.
Hope it works better this time.
Me too. Well, third time's the charm is obviously a lie, and Billy Martin was fired again. You're gone again! Get out of here! Billy Martin was then hired for the fourth time. Look, I know we've had ups and downs, but I really think that you do some good for this ball club.
Thank you.
No problem. And for the fourth time, Billy Martin was fired. You're fired!
I'm done. I'm done.
Maybe the fifth hiring of Billy Martin will work. Welcome back.
Hopefully we'll win this time.
Me too. Billy Martin was then fired for the fifth time. Get out of here!
Alright, no more. I'm done with this.
George Steinbrenner also hired top-notch manager Joe Torre, who won 4 World Series within his first 5 years being with the team.
Hi. Yeah, this is Joe Torre. Yeah, sure, I'll be the manager of the New York Yankees. After losing the fifth game of the 1981 World Series, Steinbrenner said he fought with two fans in a hotel elevator. In this fight, he emerged with a fat lip and broken hand.
Never guess who I just fought.
On April 5th, 1974, Steinbrenner was indicted on 14 criminal counts. 4 months later, he pleaded guilty to 2, making illegal contributions and obstruction to Richard Nixon's campaign. He was fined $20,000 by Major League Baseball.
George, you're banned from baseball for life.
What? Why? That's so dumb. It's not fair.
Then, 3 years later, Steinbrenner was reinstated into baseball.
You know what, George? We'd like to have you back into baseball.
I appreciate it.
Now, while the Yankees were winning games, the Indians were striking out. It's a 1-2 count, the windup, and the pitch. The Yankees were able to buy top-notch players. Meanwhile, the Indians, who didn't have as much money, could only afford the cheap players. The Indians could have been this good.
Under the leadership of Steinbrenner, the Indians would likely have drafted much better.
With the 6th pick in the 1992 MLB draft, the Cleveland Indians select Derek Jeter, shortstop, Kalamazoo Central High School.
With George Steinbrenner's money, the Indians have been able to keep big-time names such as CC Sabathia when he signed for a very long, very large contract.
Cleveland Indians could have had 7 World Series titles, most recently in 2009, if George Steinbrenner had bought the Indians. Hi, my name is George Steinbrenner. I like to buy the Indians.
How much?
How much do you want?
Around 8-9 million.
Well, I have 8.6 to offer you.
It's a deal.
Alright. Pleasure doing business with you.
Same to you.
The Indians could have been the first to build a really big stadium like the Dallas Cowboys Stadium if George Steinbrenner had run the Indians. Because of Steinbrenner, more fans would be coming to the games. This is due because the Indians would be much better, but also because the stadium would be a lot larger. And also because the stadium would be larger, other baseball teams would want to compete with the Indians to see who has the biggest stadium changing baseball. If George Steinbrenner bought the Indians, it would not only change the Indians, but other sports teams in Cleveland, such as the Browns.
Normally when we think of Art Modell, we think of a traitor.
Boo!
But if George Steinbrenner had come to the Indians,
This could be seen as Art Modell would most likely have not moved the Browns to Baltimore, since Cleveland would have been such a thriving city.
I'm staying in Cleveland. We're going to rent out the Cleveland Indians' new dome for our home football game.
Yay! In December of 2010, George Steinbrenner died of a heart attack.
But then, 3 years later, Steinbrenner was reinstated into baseball.
You know what, George? I've reconsidered. Oh my.
didn't shoot.
It's not very intimidating. Never mind, alright.